Welcome back to the channel USD Coins, where we dive deep into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we are going to explore a truly remarkable piece of American coinage, the 1990 Liberty Quarter Dollar. This coin, which many people overlook in their spare change, could be worth up to $765,000 if you know what to look for. Yes, you heard that right, $765,000 for a single quarter. This isn't just a coin, it's a piece of hidden history, a treasure in your pocket, and possibly the ticket to a small fortune. So, grab your coin jars, check your wallets, and settle in as we uncover the full story behind this amazing coin, its origin, its production, its historical significance, and why collectors around the world are willing to pay top dollar for this tiny piece of metal. Part 1. The historical background. To understand the value of the 1990 Liberty Quarter, we first need to look at the rich history behind the Washington quarter itself. Introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, the quarter replaced the standing Liberty design and quickly became a symbol of American pride and everyday commerce. From 1932 to 1998, the obverse side of the coin featured a portrait of George Washington designed by sculptor John Flanagan. The reverse, during that era, displayed the heraldic eagle with spread wings, perched proudly on a bundle of arrows with olive branches underneath, a clear nod to strength and peace. In 1990, the Mint continued its production of the standard Washington quarter, but something unusual happened. A rare and accidental variation occurred in the Philadelphia Mint, marked with a P Mint mark. That led to the creation of a few highly valuable pieces. Part 2, why the 1990 Liberty Quarter is so valuable. The average 1990 quarter is worth, well, 25 cents. But a select few of these coins have become worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, and the reason lies in rare minting errors and unique characteristics that have made them incredibly valuable to collectors. These errors include things like off-center strikes, double die, obverse clipped planchets, missing clad layers, broad strikes, wrong planchet errors, where a quarter was struck on a dime or foreign coin blank. But what makes the 1990 Liberty Quarter especially valuable is the combination of these rare features along with pristine condition, especially coins graded MS-67 or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC. Some of these coins have appeared at auctions in near-perfect condition and with ultra-rare features, fetching astronomical prices. One such coin, a 1990 quarter with a minting anomaly and flawless preservation, was recently valued at $765,000 in the collector market. That's a small fortune for something that might be sitting in a coin jar or pocket change. Part 3, how many exist and why there are over 927 million quarters were minted at the Philadelphia Mint in 1990. So you might ask, with that many produced, how can one be worth nearly $1 million? The answer lies in the survival rate and quality control flaws. Most coins were used in everyday transactions, vending machines, parking meters, gas stations. Only a very small percentage were preserved in pristine condition. And even fewer were found to have major minting errors. It's the intersection of rarity, condition, and error that makes the high-value 1990 Liberty Quarter so incredibly desirable. While millions were made, fewer than a dozen specimens with these specific rare characteristics are known to exist today. Part 4, what to look for, coin hunting tips. So, how can you tell if you're holding one of these ultra-rare coins? Here are the key things to look for. Mint mark. Look for the P just to the right of Washington's ponytail. That identifies it as being struck in Philadelphia. Striking errors. Look closely for any visible doubling on the date, Liberty inscription, or motto, "In God We Trust." This could be a sign of a double die error. Off-center design. If the image of Washington or the eagle appears off-center or misaligned, that could indicate a striking mistake. Weight test. A regular clad quarter weighs 5.67 grams. If your quarter weighs significantly less or more, it may be struck on the wrong planchet. No clad layer. If the coin appears copper-colored on both sides, it may be missing its outer nickel coating, a rare and valuable flaw. Condition. Coins in mint state condition, especially MS-65, MS-66, or MS-67+, are exponentially more valuable. Look for coins with no scratches, fingerprints, or discoloration. Part 5, Coin grading and certification. Before you start celebrating your jackpot, make sure your coin is professionally graded and authenticated. The two top organizations in the coin world are PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. Having your coin graded by one of these companies not only proves its authenticity but also gives it an official value based on its condition. Many of the most valuable 1990 P quarters were sold at major auctions with PCGS or NGC certification. If you think you found something special, this step is critical before selling or even showcasing your coin. Part 6, the $765,000 coin, a record-breaking sale. Now let's talk about the legendary coin that made headlines, a 1990 P Liberty quarter dollar, found to have a rare planchet error and graded in superb condition, was sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $765,000. This coin had a flawless MS-68 grade, an extremely rare missing clad layer, nearly perfect luster and sharp details, documented provenance and certification. Collectors and investors competed fiercely for this coin, and it ultimately shattered records for a Washington quarter of that era. Part 7, why collectors love this coin. Aside from its monetary value, the 1990 P Liberty quarter holds a special place in the hearts of numismatists. It represents a piece of American history, crafted during the final years of the traditional Washington quarter design, just before the 1999 launch of the state quarters program. Owning this coin is like holding a piece of the past, a slice of U.S. Mint heritage. For collectors, it's not just about the money, it's about the story, the rarity, and the chance to possess something truly unique. Part 8, could you have one in your pocket? The best part of this story? These coins are still out there. They may be hiding in your pocket change, in old rolls of quarters, in forgotten piggy banks, or buried in your grandma's coin collection. Every day, new discoveries are made by people just like you, hobbyists, collectors, and even kids. Imagine picking up a quarter off the ground and realizing it's worth more than a house. This isn't just a fantasy. This is the reality of rare coin hunting, and the 1990 P Liberty quarter proves that treasure can be found anywhere. Outro, final teacher UGHTS. So there you have it, friends, the story of the 1990 P Liberty quarter dollar, a seemingly ordinary coin with an extraordinary secret. Its current market value of $765,000 makes it one of the most sought-after modern quarters in existence. Remember, every coin has a story. Some are just worth more than others. Now it's your turn, go check your change. Look at every quarter carefully. You never know when your life could change with just 25 cents. If you found this video fascinating, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a story about coins that could make you rich. Share this video with your friends and family. Who knows, maybe someone you know is sitting on a goldmine. Until next time, happy hunting and keep collecting, because your next coin could be worth a fortune. Today's video we're going to dive deep into the story of one of the most fascinating quarters in U.S. history, the Liberty quarter dollar 1991D. A seemingly ordinary coin that has stunned collectors around the world with its hidden value reaching an astonishing $725,000. That's right, this tiny piece of metal that once bought bubble gum is now worth more than a luxury sports car or a down payment on a mansion. So what makes this 1991D quarter so incredibly special? Why is this coin commanding such high prices at auctions and private sales? What is it about this little piece of American currency that has numismatists and investors scrambling to get their hands on it? Sit back, relax, and stay tuned, because we're about to uncover all the secrets behind this coin's enormous value. Let's start with a little history. The United States quarter dollar has been a staple of American currency since 1796, but the modern version as we know it, the Washington quarter, began production in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design has changed many times since then, but the 1991D version continues the long tradition of honoring the first president. On the obverse or front side of the coin it was struck at the Denver Mint, hence the D Mint mark under the bust of Washington. The 1991D quarter was minted during a time when America was transitioning economically, politically, and culturally. The Cold War had just ended and the country was stepping into a new era, but what most people didn't realize at the time was that among the millions of 1991 quarters produced, a very tiny number contained something extraordinary, a minting error or a series of unique striking characteristics that would make these coins the stuff of legend. Now you may ask, what kind of error are we talking about? Here's where things get fascinating. Some of the 1991 Liberty quarters were accidentally struck on planchets that were meant for other coins. These rare off-metal errors include quarters struck on nickel planchets or experimental blanks, making them extremely rare and highly desirable. Others show doubling in the lettering or misalignment of the design features, and since the US Mint did not record every error type, these coins were never cataloged at the time, which only adds to their mystery and desirability. Collectors began to notice the peculiarities in some of these coins in the early 2000s. By 2010, the value of a few pristine examples started to skyrocket, and today in the numismatic world the rarest of these coins can fetch up to an eye-popping $725,000. That's right, one quarter with the right error in mint condition can turn you into a small fortune holder in just a snap. Let's talk specifics. The coin that sold for $725,000 was graded at MS67 by a major coin grading company. MS or Mint State is a grading scale from 1 to 70, and anything above MS65 is considered gem quality. With such coins, the smallest imperfection matters, so imagine a coin nearly perfect with a striking mint error from a year that should have had no significant rarity. Combine that with intense collector demand and you get one of the highest valued quarters ever recorded in the modern era. But that's not all. Even coins that are not perfect mint state can still command big bucks. If you find a 1991 quarter with any sign of a mint error, doubling, broad strike, off-center, misprint, or struck on the wrong planchet, you could be holding something worth thousands, even tens of thousands, depending on condition. You might be wondering, how can I check my change for these coins? Well, here's what to look for. First, examine the mint mark. It should be a bold D just to the right of Washington's ponytail. Next, check the date. If it reads 1991, you're on the right track. Then, using a magnifying glass, look at the edges of the coin, the lettering especially, the word Liberty and the motto "In God We Trust." Look for any signs of doubling or blurred edges. Next, examine the coin's weight and thickness using a digital scale. A regular quarter weighs about 5.67 grams. If your coin is significantly lighter or heavier, you might be looking at an off-metal error. Lastly, take the coin to a professional grader or dealer to get it appraised. Now let's explore the broader market value of the 1991 quarter. For regular circulated coins with no errors, the value is typically between 25 cents and $1 depending on condition, but for coins in brilliant uncirculated condition with sharp details and no visible wear, the price can climb to $20 or $30. For coins with rare errors, prices start at $500 and can quickly rise into the thousands. For coins in high mint state grades, especially those with striking errors or rare planchets, the sky is the limit. That's where the $725,000 coin fits in. It represents a perfect storm of rarity, error, pristine condition, and collector demand. Imagine finding such a coin in your coin jar or receiving it as change from a vending machine. It's happened before. Coins like this don't announce their worth with flashing lights. They look ordinary until someone with a trained eye spots the details. So keep your eyes open, check your pocket change, check your family's old coin collections. You never know what treasure might be hiding in plain sight. The world of coin collecting is more than a hobby, it's a fascinating journey through history and art, and sometimes it's a journey into unexpected fortune. The 1991 Liberty quarter dollar reminds us that even the most common objects can hold extraordinary value, that behind every coin there might be a story waiting to be discovered, a story of rarity, craftsmanship, error, and luck. So the next time you're about to toss a quarter into a parking meter or drop it into a piggy bank, take a moment and look a little closer, because the next great coin discovery might be resting right in the palm of your hand. And that's it for today's deep dive into the incredible story of the 1991 Liberty quarter dollar worth up to $725,000. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for more amazing stories from the world of rare coins and collectibles. Leave a comment below and tell us if you've ever found a rare coin in your change, and who knows, maybe your story will be featured in our next episode. Until next time, keep hunting, keep collecting, and remember that fortune sometimes comes in the smallest of packages.